Do you think that English belongs solely to the people of native English-speaking countries like the UK, the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand?
False. False.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Number 3. Do you think that native English-speaking teachers, also NEST, are much better than local English teachers?
Okay, true or false?
Wow, okay. And the last one for you is, do you think it is important to use local social, cultural, and historical backgrounds in English teaching materials and activities?
Menurut kalian, perlukah menggunakan materi-materi atau mengenai sejarah lokal, daerah lokal dalam materi belajar bahasa Inggris?
Fantastic. I hoped that you would agree with me. I say number 1 should be false. Number 2 is false. Number 3, false. Number 4, true. Now, today we're going to do something about that too, yeah? So hang on.
Nah kayaknya sama ya pendapatnya ya. Nah untuk selanjutnya, yuk kita lakukan sesuatu setelah yang satu ini.
Let's have a look at English and ask ourselves, hey, are you one of those people?
Apakah kalian adalah salah satu dari orang-orang ini?
Just shout yes or no. Let's do the first one. Let's read together.
Teriakan dengan kuat.
Let's read together first, yeah? 1, 2, 3, go. Number 1.
Do you translate ideas from Indonesia into English for your speaking? Yes or no? Yes. Kalian terjemahkan dulu di dalam pikirannya sebelum.
Confused, maybe. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, go.
Do you think about grammar rules and make mistake when speaking?
That's very clear, thank you. Next one. Do you forget new vocabulary and having trouble finding the right words to say in conversations? And the next one, you go again. 1, 2, 3, go.
Are you often not understood because of your poor pronunciation or use of incorrect words? Apakah kalian sering tidak mengerti karena pronunciation yang kurang baik, yang tidak baik, atau salah menggunakan kata yang benar?
Okay, well let me do the last one. Do you sometimes not understand fast speech, difficult accents, or conversational vocabulary of native English speakers?
Oh, ini kayaknya kurang ya. Apakah kadang-kadang kalian tidak mengerti karena terlalu cepat atau karena aksen dari yang ngomong bahasa Inggris?
Well, if you have these experiences, what do you think it could mean to you? Let's have a look.
Oke, jika kalian menjawabnya tadi dengan yes, apa yang akan bisa membantu kita?
If you answered one or more of these statements with yes, you probably felt loss of confidence. Yes or no, loss of confidence? How about fear of speaking? Tadi ya? The microphone. What could happen to you is that you miss opportunities to speak with foreigners, or English speakers, and even miss out on good job opportunities, right?
Ya, jadi jika kalian menjawab yes pada pertanyaan-pertanyaan tadi, apa yang terjadi? Kemungkinan ketiga hal inilah yang terjadi. Yang pertama adalah kehilangan percaya diri. Yang kedua, takut ngomong. Yang ketiga, hilang kesempatan.
So So, what can we do about this? We need to find out what we can do.
Kalau begitu, apa yang harus kita lakukan? Yuk.
First, we have to ask the question. Be curious, why? Why do English learners all over the world, just like you, experience the same basic frustrations and even may never become successful communicators?
Kira-kira kenapa orang-orang yang belajar bahasa Inggris seperti kalian ini sering merasa frustasi, yang mengalami apa yang kalian rasakan sekarang, sering merasa frustasi dan tidak berhasil ngomong bahasa Inggris? Okay.
Well, we teachers, we think it is because of how English is taught and how English is learned.
Dan kami, para guru, dosen-dosen pengajar bahasa Inggris kalian hari ini berpikir bahwa itu semua karena metode pengajaran dan juga apa yang dipelajari, ya.
Now let's have a look at difficulties before we go to the activities.
Ya, sebelum kita lanjut ke aktivitasnya, coba kita lihat dulu adik-adik diagram ini tentang beberapa kesulitan yang dialami pembelajar bahasa Inggris.
Let's look at the most of the highest one in this pie chart. Who says, no, English, I do not have enough time for studying English?
Siapa yang kesulitannya karena nggak punya waktu? Nggak punya waktu belajar bahasa Inggris?
Tidak punya waktu?
Everybody has, ya? Everybody has time.
Everyone has time, so that is not a problem then.
Nah, nggak pegang dulu ya.
How
Baru
about
buat ambil HP.
bad teachers?
Ya, gimana dengan
Is that a
Kenapa
problem?
aja?
Not a problem. How about motivation?
gimana dengan motivasi? Apakah itu menjadi kesulitan? Motivasi?
I think anyone has any
You must practice
difficulties,
your English.
like in the pie chart, it could be this. We are looking at teaching methods. Yeah.
Ada yang karena
Miss Martin.
metode pengajaran yang buruk, makanya tidak bisa berkomunikasi dalam bahasa Inggris. No.
How much
We need
lady?
to understand this.
Oke, kalau begitu adik-adik kita perlu memahami kedua hal.
Thank you.
There are two methods for learning.
Ada dua metode dalam belajar,
The passive methods
ya, pasif, cara
and,
pengajar pasif,
the participatory teaching methods.
ya, dan cara yang kedua namanya participatory.
Now, the second half of this meeting, we're going to do participatory learning methods.
Nah, kegiatan yang kita setengah kegiatan dari yang akan kita lakukan ini adalah kegiatan practitionary teaching methods. Itu yang akan kita lakukan setelah ini.
There'll be some group discussion, we'll have some practice, even teaching each other.
Maka kita akan nanti buat kelompok grup diskusi, kemudian juga harus mempraktekannya, lalu saling mengajar.
And why do we do that? Because we will remember or retain the information much better.
Ya, kenapa kita lakukan ini? Karena itu membuat menjadi lebih baik.
The ICT tools that are often used, you can see over here.
Ya, beberapa ICT tools yang sering digunakan, boleh kita lihat dalam diagram ini.
Who uses CD-ROMs? Just raise your hand if you say, yes, I use CD-ROMs for learning in general, yeah? Learning English or whatever subject. You use
Yang belajar
CD-ROMs?
menggunakan CD-ROMs.
Anyone
Terserah mau
uses-
belajar bahasa Inggris atau yang
No?
lainnya.
Anything? No? Oh. How about video chat? Skype, WhatsApp,
Ada yang
Line?
menggunakan Skype, Line, Chat untuk belajar?
Yeah, I think you saw that. Ask a friend something using this, yeah? Podcasts. Podcasts.
Podcast. Ada yang
Anyone using
menggunakan itu?
podcasts?
Sini bisa.
Yes.
Coba
Yeah.
ini.
Because only 2% here. You have traditional classes. Let's look at mobile phone apps. Anyone likes to use?
Ada yang
Yes,
menggunakan
you for sure. I
aplikasi
saw that. Anyone else likes to?
teleponnya,
What kind of
selularnya?
apps?
Yes, sir.
Is Instagram is a good app for learning,
Yes.
for making nice photos, yeah, nice effects. How about a personal teacher, like a tutor or mentor?
Oke. Gimana dengan
You have a tutor or mentor?
atau dosennya atau pengajarnya?
No, not very. Okay. Well, you should use a combination of these things to be more effective in learning. That's
Iya.
for sure.
Nah, penggunaan ini keseluruhan bisa menjadi lebih efektif. Penggabungan penggunaannya, ya. Kombinasi penggunaannya bisa membuat pembelajaran lebih efektif.
Okay, now let's talk about the role of teachers before we look at the role of learners.
Oke, mengkaji ulang peran guru dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris.
The teacher has two roles when you rethink the role of teachers.
Ya, ada dua peran guru.
The first is to facilitate the communication process between all participants in the classroom, like we just did, and a guide between students' activities and tests.
Ya, peran yang pertama adalah memfasilitasi proses komunikasi antara semua peserta di kelas dan memandu antara kegiatan mahasiswa dan juga bahan teksnya.
So just now I walked around and asked students the questions we did. That is about to act as an independent participant within the learning teaching group.
Ya, nah yang kedua adalah kegiatan sebagai kegiatan bebas siswa peserta dalam